3 News Now this week.
When you hear the last name Frost in Nebraska, you think of Nebraska football coach and former quarterback Scott Frost. But the Frost athlete that has achieved the most in the state is his mother, Carol. The Cornhusker State Games named Carol, who is 76 years old, the Female Athlete of the Year after her shot put and discus throws at the games this summer set national records.
I hold the national record for the shot and discus and javelin for 65, for 70, and now for 75.
Carol's path has been pretty remarkable so far, so let's take a trip down memory lane. In high school in Cedar Rapids, Nebraska, the only sports for girls were basketball and softball. A teacher at the school noticed there was quite a bit of talent for another sport.
And he decided that he would start a track team, which was unheard of at that point.
A few of the athletes went to the Junior National Olympic Games in Los Angeles, California, a long trip from Nebraska. Carol competed in the hurdles and half mile. She didn't do so well, but would go on to finish second in both the shot and discus.
And so from that point on, I knew that I was going to be a thrower. There, that's my best one for the day.
She then went to the University of Nebraska. There was no Title IX in place, which means Nebraska didn't have any athletic teams for women. To continue throwing, Carol had to throw on her own and was sponsored by an amateur athletic union club.
I went through 4 years at the University of Nebraska and never once threw off of a shot or discus circle for the University of Nebraska because women weren't allowed.
She says she would throw off tractor and combine platforms at the state fairgrounds and would run in the pig barn in the winter. Her first international trip came in 1965. She went on to win the discus and finished 4th in shot and 6th in javelin. She was then on the national team and was just getting started.
Won the nationals in 65, 66, 67, went to Winnipeg, Canada, and won the Pan Am gold medal in the discus.
On top of that, she competed in the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City. In 1976, she put her coaching cap on, returning to UNL to coach cross country and track and field.
My first team, we had about 4 or 5 kids is all. 2 people got $250 scholarships. That was it. And by the time we left, 4 years later, Title IX had started to take effect. I was able to give full ride scholarships. We had won the Big 8 indoor, we won the Big 8 outdoor, and finished second in the nation indoors.
She coached high school football with her husband Larry for many years. Then, a little over 10 years ago, she got back to throwing.
When I turned 65, I started looking at some of the records for nationals and even worlds and thought, you know what, I'm still in decent shape. I think I could do that.
She's been breaking record after record. At age 70, she competed at the World Masters in Lyon, France.
Made a trip out of it, went to Paris, went to Normandy, went to Venice, went to Rome, did all the good things. And in between all of that, I won the discus, I won the javelin, and I lost by 3 centimeters to an Austrian in the shot.
Not forgetting that one, are you?
No, I'm not forgetting that one.
She says she's been able to continue throwing because of her commitment to staying in shape year-round.
I ride my bike, I do the elliptic, I lift weights, walk my dog 5 miles a day, so it's just a commitment to being healthy.
So what does she have her eyes on now?
I would love to go back to a world championship and see what I can do.
Of course, I had to ask, who has a better arm, Mom or Scott?
Well, he can certainly throw it further than I can, but I'll take him on in a free throw contest any day.
For Positively the Heartland, I'm Zach Williamson.
And the hardest thing in my entire life was looking into his big brown eyes and seeing him hurting.
Grabbing a toddler by the wrist, yanking him by the ankle, and dragging him across the floor. This is what witnesses told police Carl Hansen did while yelling at a 2-year-old boy.
And the defendant held him, pulled him towards him and held him still on the ground. He could be heard yelling, "I'm not doing this with you again." We want it to be known that the incident itself was traumatic enough for him, but that we were also uninformed of what all occurred until 21 days later.
While the mother spoke, Hansen kept his head down. His wife and co-owner of Rosewood Academy looked away.
Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Hansen lost his cool with a 2-year-old.
12 months probation with 3 conditions. 1, no drug or alcohol use. 2, Hansen must complete an anger management course. And 3, he cannot be alone with children who are not related to him.
It was a spur of the moment, 10 to 15 second interaction in which the child suffered no physical injuries.
While Hansen's attorney stated he has no history of drug or alcohol abuse, the only condition his attorney asked the judge to remove was to allow him to be alone with children who are not family.
Carl, why did you ask to be able to be alone with children?
The judge disagreed and also ordered Hansen pay a $500 fine.
Any comment to the families?
Not saying a word as he walked out of the courthouse. Two young men blocked us from asking questions. And once we reached the exit, his wife also got involved. Reporting in Omaha, Courtney Johns, 3 News Now.
Hospital capacity is at a breaking point.
We've really been really beyond what the comfortable capacity has been for several weeks now. And I think that the next concern is, do we have to go into what's termed crisis capacity?
Local physicians say they're worried they may have to start triaging healthcare resources. They say that when hospitals are at capacity, it's patients with non-COVID related needs that suffer. Earlier this month, Governor Ricketts announced the Transfer Center for Hospitals. The 24-hour call center works to locate available beds for patients needing a higher level of care. Columbus Community Hospital says the center has worked fairly well for their organization, but many medical centers are full of non-COVID patients and unable to accept their transfers. Other hospitals, like Bryan Health, say it's not working.
To be rather frank, I don't think it's working out as well as intended. The previous time it was opened, it was kind of managed by CHI, actually right over in St. Elizabeth's, and now it's being handled by Naomi, the company that was behind Test Nebraska. And there are some issues.
Physicians say the call center's ability to transfer unstable patients simply doesn't exist.
They're not being helpful in the transferring of and finding a home for unstable patients, which obviously many of the COVID patients were the type of transfers that happen to a tertiary center like Bryan are typically unstable in one capacity or another.
In a statement to 3 News Now, Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services says if a patient has been determined that every second matters, transport might pose a delay in treatment that would likely result in a fatal outcome, and the center will not transfer. They add a patient can be in critical condition and still stable enough to transport. Reporting in Omaha, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.
There was no mistaking Air Force One.
For Nebraskans, the surprise of Air Force One landing at Offutt Air Force Base on September 11th showed the weight of that awful day. Bush headed to Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana, but he couldn't communicate with everyone he needed at the same time, so he headed to Offutt, where he could.
In such an uncertain circumstance, the thought was we got to get the president somewhere safe and somewhere where he can communicate.
Dr. Mark Kyrus was an Army officer serving as a special assistant to the commander of STRATCOM.
Civil aviation had been shut down. To see those fighters come in, it was kind of a bit of a shock.
Many at STRATCOM, including then Air Force Staff Sergeant Michael Suglia, were pulled off an annual exercise for nuclear forces after the attack.
My supervision basically gave me a task to call around to the other warfighting combatant commands and ask status, make sure everybody was available. What I didn't realize at that point, that was most likely building the briefing for President Bush.
Kyrus was at the president's briefing.
That's like something out of a movie. You know, you see that on television shows or movies, but to be there and have actually been, like I said, about 40 feet away from the president when all of that was going on, I will always remember that day.
After the update, Bush was led to an underground room at the old STRATCOM headquarters where he could video chat with his national security team. Bush stayed only 90 minutes before heading back to Washington, but he left an impression.
I think it highlighted to us the importance of the mission that we conduct here at United States Strategic Command daily.
Aaron Sandiford, 3 News Now. Nebraska's governor's race already has 3 Republicans in it. That's Jim Pillen, Charles Herbster, and Brett Lindstrom. Today it got its first Democrat, State Senator Carol Blood of Bellevue.
Let's stop using words like conservative, progressive, liberal, far right, and other terms that label Nebraskans. So today I say, let's get back to our roots and use words like Nebraskans, friends, neighbors.
Blood says she's running to help Nebraska move beyond the political extremes.
You know, I think it's clear that people are sick and tired of the polarization and they want to see the narrative changed. This us versus them dynamic is not going to work any longer in Nebraska because it's preventing us from getting things done.
She says politics focuses too much time and attention on issues that divide people and not enough on the things that people care about, like property taxes and public health.
I know that when Nebraska stands together and we work on issues and conduct ourselves in ways that create change for the better, our lives do get better.
Nebraska Democrats like Blood face an uphill battle. The state last elected a Democrat governor with Ben Nelson in 1994. Republicans hold a registration advantage of more than 220,000 voters. Blood's message was aimed at Nebraska's growing bloc of nonpartisans. But the GOP is paying attention. They posted an attack ad online before she announced. It criticizes her previous opposition to a bill restricting some abortions. In a statement, they also called her out of step with her Sarpy County district. They said they would share more soon about her record. Blood, asked about the ad and the attacks, called them half-truths and lies.
We have so many issues that are being ignored, and the reason they're being ignored is because they're hearing false narratives about issues that really don't exist.
Aaron Sandiford, 3 News Now.
Our hearts are broken. I'm out here because of the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice made by one of our heroes.
Corporal Dagan Page, one of the 13 U.S. service members who lost their lives in the suicide bombing at the Kabul airport, has officially returned home to Omaha. And today the community is turning out in droves to pay their respects to Corporal Page and his family, lining the streets as his casket made its way from the Epley airfield to the Bremen mortuary. Now, Corporal Page's family sent out a heartfelt thank you to all the people who came out to pay their respects. In a statement, the family says, "Omaha, you never looked better." They say it was an amazing honor to bring him home into the open arms of his hometown. The statement also goes on to say, "We want to know we saw all of you, from the police officers, firefighters, service members, school children, the Patriot Guard riders, and all the others who showed up to honor the young Marine who made the ultimate sacrifice." The family says, quote, "Dagan would have been amazed." And we're live tonight to walk you through the day's events, from the moment the wheels touch ground through the somber procession in the streets of Omaha. But we begin tonight with 3 News Now reporter Jessica Edson, who is live at Bremen Funeral Home, where preparations are being made for Corporal Page's ceremony.
Yes, Vanessa, like you said, those preparations are being made. But earlier today, there was a huge crowd of people out here to honor Corporal Page and welcome him as his remains are being returned home and as his family were on their way here. I mean, there were hundreds, if not thousands of people lining 144th Street, and it was so quiet. I have never heard a crowd go so quiet so quickly whenever he rounded the corner. Now, a lot of the people that I talked to today all had kind of a similar message. They wanted to honor the corporal and support his family. But one of the interesting things was there was a lot of people in the crowd who actually are military, or they have family members who are in the military. In fact, one woman that I spoke to, her grandson just got back from Afghanistan, and she said she cannot even imagine what Corporal Page's family is going through today.
They just must be the bravest people I know right here in Omaha right now. So, and his family and his friends, and I don't know.
Now, funeral preparations are being made here, but the actual ceremony is going to be a week from today at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. And then afterwards, Corporal Page will be finally laid to rest at the Omaha National Cemetery. Reporting live in Omaha, I'm Jessica Edson with 3 News Now.
All right, and now let's turn to 3 News Now anchor Courtney Johns, who was there at the Epley airfield when Corporal Page's remains landed. She joins us now live with the latest on his return home. Good evening, Courtney.
Vanessa, we watched most of this from a distance, being on top of this garage parking lot over at Omaha's Epley airfield. But when it really hit us was when we saw the procession, which went down this road on Abbott Drive. We saw hundreds of people driving down this road, whether it was trucks, cars, or motorcycles. And the only thing more impressive than the line of vehicles going down that street was the line of people that were waiting to greet the family, to show them what this meant for them and to honor Corporal Page. This clearly touched both Nebraska and Iowa, with Corporal Page growing up in Red Oak, Iowa, and then graduating from Millard South in 2016. From there, he joined the Marines. He was in the 2nd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment. That group was also known as the Professionals, and he was stationed at Camp Pendleton, which is in California. Of the 13 people who died in that Kabul bombing, 10 of them came from Camp Pendleton. Now, the 2nd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment has 3 questions that they ask themselves. They ask, have I gotten stronger? Have I learned anything new? And are my Marines ready? From there, they say the professionals will be ready. I think we really saw that today in the community as they all came together to thank Corporal Dagan Page and his family for the sacrifice he made and the impact that he had on this community and the country. Reporting live in Omaha, Courtney Johns, 3 News Now.
And hundreds of Patriot Guard riders gathered to participate in Corporal Page's journey home. 3 News Now reporter Isabella Basco was there and learned more about the group's important role today.
Well, Vanessa, emotions were running extremely high today as hundreds of Patriot Guard riders were prepared to say goodbye to Corporal Page. Now, I'm told that well over 500 riders joined in, traveling from all over Iowa, all over Nebraska to say their goodbyes and honor him. One ride captain with the Nebraska Patriot Guard is a friend of Page's father and says this community is suffering a major loss, and he hopes that this motorcade provides some sense of comfort.
It's more just of an honor. It's an honor to be able to pay our tributes and our respect to the heroes themselves and of course their families. They deserve to know that they weren't lost for nothing and that they're not going to be forgotten. They're not going to be forgotten today. They're not going to be forgotten next week.
Now, due to safety concerns, the Omaha Police Department chose not to escort the riders, so motorcyclists were required to follow traffic signals. Now, the Omaha Police Department escorts was limited to Marine Corps limousines as well as family limousines. Live in Omaha, Isabella Basco, 3 News Now.
And this is video of the procession right as the hearse was leaving Epley Airfield. A group of Marines transferred Page's remains off the plane and into the hearse. It was a somber event with Page's family close by. And here's the route the procession took. That route started at Abbott Drive in Locust, and that's where our reporter John Kipper was as well. It then drove through Omaha, exiting on L Street and heading toward 144th Street.
For years, the Monarch High School Marching Band has held a fundraiser where they receive donations from the community, and in turn, the band plays a private concert for the donor.
We did 26 song concerts. We split into 4 different groups, so our band was split across 4 different areas.
Out of those 26 concerts, a few stood out for the band this year.
We did that at Papillion Manor. That was really awesome. I love seeing the old people there. They're very sweet. A lighting up in their eyes, you know, like they recognize the song. They're so excited that we're there playing for them, and I think that they really value us coming and spending our time with them.
They're just so excited and like they plan like for it, and it's so cool to see people like really appreciate it.
There's always one at Rumsey Station, and kind of like the whole neighborhood gets together, and there's like the Kona Ice Truck was there this year, and everybody brings their lawn chairs and is hanging out and listening to the music all together.
This fundraiser may be fun and memorable for those watching, but band members know how important each donation is for them.
A lot of our larger instruments, like the tubas and the baritones, they're very expensive for somebody to just go out and buy for their kid. So it's a lot easier for them to rent it, and so we are able to use that money to help kids be in band who thought, well, we can't afford an instrument and we can't be in band. So it helps, I guess, open the program to more people.
Without our families and our friends and their neighbors helping us, like we wouldn't have the program that we have. So it's really amazing to be able to give back to them and like see them just so happy that we're there.
For Positively the Heartland, I'm Ariana Martinez.
It was truly his vocation and his avocation to be the best public servant that he could possibly be.
Mike Boyle was a man of few hobbies, with a singular focus on his work as both Omaha mayor and on the Douglas County Board. Boyle passed away Monday at age 77. The man who proudly flaunted his Irish Catholic identity served as Omaha's mayor from 1981 to 1987, in which he was recalled. He got back into public office in 1997 when he was appointed to the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, representing South Omaha and parts of downtown, until his death on Monday. County Commissioner Jim Kavanaugh met Boyle in grade school and worked with him during Boyle's campaign for mayor.
I knew Mike more than 50 years.
Kavanaugh says Boyle worked hard on issues like corrections, mental health, and human services. Boyle was notorious for flip-flopping on key issues, such as the Juvenile Justice Center project.
His views would evolve over time, often from one side to the other.
Boyle was known to be fairly straightforward in public meetings.
It is a boondoggle, and if it's adversarial, that's the way life is.
Aside from policy, he was a genuinely funny guy.
It's like making sausage in public. It's really tough.
With a quick wit.
We're never going to get anything done.
Well, Claire, it's your fault. I'll be honest.
Okay.
How do you thank a man for 1 million laughs?
Boyle narrowly survived his re-election for his 6th term last year, winning by just 3 votes over Roger Garcia.
He made it a point to say, I think this election was so close that both of us should have some input on these decisions going forward, and he practiced what he preached.
Kavanaugh says that shows the type of politician Mike Boyle was.
And I'll always remember Mike with a smile on his face and a really lighthearted approach to the serious work of public service. And that is something that I think we can all learn a lesson from.
John Kipper, 3 News Now.